Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 602 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I'm glad you're here. We don't get a lot of time together, but the time that we do get, I think it's really special because we're all working together on the one thing we control in our life, and that is our mindset. The thing I've honestly learned is that the more you work on your mindset, the more I work on my mindset, the more discipline and self-confidence and peace I have, which makes everything else in life better. And I've also found that there are little life lessons every single day if we notice them. You see, because life is full of interesting moments that if we're open to see them can teach us more than any Ivy League education is capable of. The key is to be open. The key is to find the meaning, to ask, okay, what is this showing me? Why did I notice this? There's a reason I'm aware of this. What is that reason? Those are great questions to ask, even about weird things, random things. When we allow ourselves to remain open and then get curious about what we're noticing, like, why did I notice that? What is it telling me? What am I supposed to take from it? Life is full of those moments. Life is full of that guidance if we allow ourselves to be guided. I'll give you an example for me. There's this beautiful building down the street from our neighborhood. It's a really great spot. It's tucked into a little grove of trees. It's got a parking lot big enough you could host a small wedding. And there's decent traffic, but not the kind of like highway strip traffic that screams destination dining. So over the years, there's been restaurant after restaurant that has tried to make a go of it in this location, and every single one of them has flopped. Now, I've always thought, man, it's such an ideal spot for a restaurant. I do not understand what's going on. I've always said it just needs someone in there that really knows what they're doing. I mean, it has so much potential. They've got this great patio, easy parking. It's right kind of in the middle of certain subdivisions, but it's also just off one of the main roads. But it didn't seem like anyone could crack the code because nothing ever worked. The food was either not great, or the vibe felt like a dentist's waiting room, or the service made you wish you had just microwave leftovers instead of going to the restaurant. Then in the last year came this upscale Mexican place. And Eric and I were cautiously optimistic. Every once in a while, it's nice to have good Mexican food as a treat, and maybe a wonderful margarita too. But there was this slight red flag when we saw that this Mexican restaurant was going in that location, because it took them like a year to build it out. So I thought, okay, well, hopefully it's gorgeous. Like maybe they're just spending a lot of time and it's taking them, maybe they're doing it on their own, which is fine, but it took them a long time. So we finally, it opened and we decided that we would go, and we had high hopes because really it's a great location and it's so like 1 minute from our house. But within like 10 seconds of walking in, I felt in my gut, I was like, oh no. The lighting was harsh, the ambiance was non-existent, and the food was not any better. So it was not a good sign. And then 6 months later, shorter than it took them to build it out, it actually closed because it didn't do well. And the people that had opened the restaurant posted the saddest little Facebook note, and they said, unfortunately, the location just wasn't right. We thank you for your support. Now, I remember reading that and thinking, I don't think it was the location. Well, lo and behold, less than a month later, new sign goes up. Same building, same corners, same trees. Another high-end Mexican restaurant. Needless to say, I didn't have high hopes this time. I thought, okay, here we go again. But then we learned that the owners already run 3 amazing spots around town, restaurants that have done extremely well, and they look great. They feel really great on the inside. The food is good and their staff is always on point. So now I'm thinking, all right, this could be interesting. So fast forward 2 months, and that parking lot that was always empty with the old Mexican restaurant, it is jam-packed every single night. We've even driven in there a couple times thinking we would try it out. only to see people already waiting for a table outside on a Wednesday. And the reviews are glowing. People are loving it. Well, we finally made it in there for a super early dinner, and it was just great. It was cozy. The food was amazing, and the service was on point. So it wasn't the location. It was getting the right combination of food, ambiance, and service. Now, I tell you this because it's such a powerful mirror for every single one of us. Someone could have read that Facebook post and said, well, cursed spot, hard pass on that location. They could have let one failure, someone else's failure, dictate their possibility. But these new owners, they just forged ahead. They didn't listen to the naysayers. They trusted their recipe, their team, and their vision. And the thing that I've taken from this this is the reason why I've noticed it, because I asked myself, why did I notice this? It's just because someone else wasn't successful doesn't mean you won't be. They don't have what you have. Think about the dreams you've shelved because you saw someone else try and crash. The business idea you abandoned because your cousin's friend lost everything doing the same thing. The relationship pattern you swore off because your ex's baggage looked exactly like the red flags you carry. The creative project that you buried because that person said the market was saturated already. We treat other people's ceilings like they're our floors. We let their locations, so to speak, become our gospel. But you are not them. You bring a different energy, a different work ethic, a different heart, a different secret sauce. The same plot of land can feed a village or it can grow weeds. It all depends on who's tending to it. And I've caught myself thinking, their venture wasn't successful, so what makes me think mine would be? But see, that's limited thinking. If I have an idea that's tugging at me, something that I've been wanting to try, and I don't try it because of someone else's naysaying, that's on me. So the next time life hands you a cursed location story, whether it's a job everyone says is a dead end, a city everyone's leaving, any dream that's been calling you, it's there for a reason. Stop and ask yourself, what is this showing me? Why did I notice this? And what do I bring that they didn't? That's my challenge to you this week, is anytime you find yourself with the thought, somebody else already tried that and it didn't work, write that down. Then on the next line, write, but they're not me. What do I bring? Let yourself brainstorm for a few seconds. Maybe it's your warmth, your ridiculous organization skills, or your ability to make people laugh until water comes out their nose. I don't know. Whatever it is, what is your unfair advantage that you bring to the table? If you have a dream, that dream is meant for you in one way or another. So stay open, get curious, and never stop asking the right questions. Share this with 3 people who have a dream. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.